I'm tired of being so down on this show, man.
Be positive.
Let's start off with the wizard and the Harfoots. So the wizard saved Nori and a few other Harfoots from a pack of wargs. He like literally body slammed them and did some magic slam. So you later see him put his hand in a puddle. He's all looks like he's like all burnt or some kind of wound on his arm, and then he's just like freezing his entire arm. He doesn't have control over his abilities. And this reminded me of the first episode where he landed and the fire was cold. And we learned that evil is cold, as Galadriel told us. So how much you want to bet that this guy is going to be Gandalf? And they're making it so that he is inherently evil because he's cold. And Nori is the redeeming factor. She saves him and redeems him and makes him into the Gandalf we know today. How much you want to bet that's what they're going to do, man? Oh my gosh. But anyways, I said I'm not going to be negative, right? I'm going to try and be positive. So I feel like a lot of things happened in this episode. We finally got the ball moving. So let's move on to Bronwyn. I don't know how this happened, but apparently she is now the leader of this whole entire town. This random healer, this random lady in the village has now become the leader of this tribe. Okay, let's go with it. And she's like, I know I'm not the king you expected, but join me. Like, come on, lady, who are you? What I don't understand is Bronwyn was just talking about giving up. Arondir was like, we have to have hope. There's a way to defeat this guy. And then she was like, no, we're all inherently bad, and this is who we are. We're going to go and bow down to Morgoth because that's how we survive. But anyways, you had the guy, one of the Morgoth sympathizers, this old man, right, draw a group of the villagers off with him. So we had these group of people. It's like you have two different factions, right? Two different schools of thought. One group is the good guys, and one group is trying to go and follow Morgoth, or bow down to this evil that's coming. So we follow this group that has left. They go to Adar thinking he's Sauron, this Morgoth sympathizer, right? He bows down, and I mean, I'm not here to recap the entire episode for you guys, but I feel like Adar is not that bad of a guy, right? He mercy killed that orc. I mean, he probably has evil intentions. He wants to take over the earth or whatever. He wants to become a god. But I feel like in his heart, he's not a bad guy. I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I might be completely off the mark with that. So at this point, I'm thinking like, okay, the pacing is decent, right? This is the best pacing the show's ever had. So yeah, let's move to Galadriel. Galadriel sparred with the Númenórean navy or something like that. And honestly, okay, yeah, it was over the top, right? This one lady, she's thousands of years old. She's got the experience. She took on all these guys, right? Okay, fine. Some of the choreography was a little bit, questionable. But I feel like some of it was actually pretty clever. So I'm not going to hate too much. I'm actually liking Halbrand. All these reviews I'm seeing, everybody's thinking that he's Sauron. But I'm actually liking him. He's actually the only guy who's sticking it to Galadriel. Well, the only person that's sticking it to Galadriel that doesn't have an inflated ego. The only other person who's sticking it to Galadriel is Miriel, but she's annoying also. So Halbrand, I feel like Halbrand is probably the most interesting character, and he's a master smith. So if he's actually Sauron smithing the rings, I guess that makes sense. Isildur wiggles his way onto the fleet to Middle-earth, so we'll see what happens there. I feel like Númenor, there was a scene where they're all cheering and everything, partying at night, and Númenor is reminding me of Tortuga or something. I mean, I guess it's a shipping town, so I guess that works. As they were getting ready to leave Númenor, Elendil's and I think few of like the lieutenants or captains or whatever, they were wearing this helmet with the wings on it, and that reminded me of the Gondorian helmet, so that was cool to see. The conversation with Gil-galad and Elrond was a bit odd, right? Gil-galad was asking, after he told the whole story about the mithril being, tell me if this is true or not. If the mithril is a result of the light of an elf and the darkness of a Balrog of Morgoth coming down into the depths of the earth and then creating mithril. And apparently the light of the mithril is the only thing that can save the elves, that can restore the light of the Eldar. Let me know if that's true, according to Tolkien lore. But yeah, so Gil-galad and Elrond were talking, and Gil-galad was trying to get it out of Elrond about the mithril, if they found it or not, if they found this ore, this very rare ore or not. And Elrond just kept saying, I can't tell you. I made a promise. I mean, like, That's obviously you know something then. If you're saying, I can't say, I have made a promise. To some people, promises are important and that's what matters and all that stuff. Like, you're basically saying that, yeah, they have found it. Because if they didn't find it, if you didn't know anything about it, you'd be like, yeah, I don't know. Or if they didn't find it, you'd be like, yeah, they didn't find it. And so they can't do, and he can't do anything with that information because he's looking for the ore. If they didn't find it, well, they didn't find it. If he doesn't know, well, he doesn't know. So basically you're saying that, yeah, I know something and I'm not going to say anything. Therefore, they have found something or related, they're on the way to finding it and you know. Like, come on, Elrond. I thought you're a politician now. But anyways, man, this episode was, I think, was the best of the bunch. We actually had pieces moving. Steps were taken. Oh, talking about the music. Let's talk about the music. The music was also the best thing we've seen so far. There was actually variety in the soundtrack this episode. And the song that Nori's friend sang, they used the Tolkien line, not all those who wander are lost. I thought that was nice. They used it in that song. It was a song from the trailer, one of the trailers. Call to me, lands far away. Yeah, they used that song. She was singing that song. She has a nice voice, and it sounded good. So yeah, the music was the best this episode. Oh, they used the Galadriel theme. They blasted the Galadriel theme. I'm getting tired of that Galadriel theme, man. She was literally just walking on the ship. Everybody, all the Numenorians are on the ship. They're getting ready to go to Middle-earth, and Galadriel just is walking on the ship, slow motion. She isn't doing anything. She's just walking on the ship, and they're blasting her theme. Like, they overuse her theme so much, man. I'm getting tired of that theme. But again, like what I said, they had more variety in the music of this episode, so that's good. But yeah, man, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. What you guys think about the episode? I thought it was the best of the bunch. It doesn't compare to House of the Dragon, but it was the best of Rings of Power so far. So I guess that's saying something. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys thought about this episode. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in episode 6. Take care.